Hello, comrades. Commissar Bro here today with the fourth episode of a little Great War playthrough. You know, Bloody Great War, all that good stuff. Yeah, so where are we at right now? Well, let's jump right into it, shall we? Well, the Central Powers have been reestablished in large part to my conquests against the Allies. The Allies have really stagnated us, however. As you can see, it is 1950 at this point, and really this is a crawl. We are crawling right now, and honestly we actually got stuck about, I'll kind of draw the line with the cursor, basically like that for about, I don't know, 5-6 years, and a lot of the progress you see here is over the past 2 years that we've managed to push against the Allies, take back huge swaths of territory, and basically the Germans have started to reestablish their army. They have 165 divisions. Austria-Hungary, now that they finally actually have some industrial capacity again, have reestablished some divisions as well. And then you can kind of look at the casualties. You see that I'm about to creep up to 4 million casualties. 4 million Spaniards have lost their lives in this decades-long conflict. But the Allies are up to 112 million casualties. Basically, at this rate, if the fighting keeps going on like it is, it's very possible that I could actually precede the bloodiest war ever that I played, which I don't know, but maybe. Like, the UK has lost 25 million dudes, the Free France has lost 21 million, the Russians have lost 9, Serbia, I didn't even know there were that many people in Serbia, but apparently there is, and they've lost 4 million people. Is scrolling down and taking a look at some other people. Japan's lost 7 million, Italy's lost almost 15 million, the United States is creeping on about 15 million almost as well. And China has taken minimal casualties compared to even us there, and they've probably got one of the best armies in the entire war that we've fought against thus far. But a majority of their troops have not actually seen combat on this front. I don't really know where the Chinese armies are. I guess they're in China, defending China, I suppose. I don't really know. So I came to a very unsatisfying realization that nuclear weapons are unavailable in this mod, as are rockets. Every other technology is attainable, and at this point we've pretty much gained every technology. I am reorienting my naval efforts, because when I got my fleet up to about 150 ships, we sent it in and went into a full-on duke-out fight with the Allies, and I lost half my fleet in just a few days. Now, we took out a lot of their ships, but honestly, we lost more than we took out. It was kind of even, but ultimately it was not even in the sense that I can't afford to lose ships like that. So instead, we've completely reoriented our efforts in terms of oceanic warfare, where now you're going to be seeing battleships, heavy cruisers, less destroyers, less submarines. And basically, we're just going to slug the shit out of the Ally ships with bigger, better, more technologically advanced ships. Radars have been established throughout our occupied territories, as you can see, like here, for example. We can pretty much see what the Allied forces are rocking on their coastlines, and this could set us up for naval invasions. Unfortunately, right now, for the most part, the Allies do have their coasts very protected, which means that I am preparing some paratrooper invasions, essentially. But I don't know. Portsmouth right now is actually unoccupied, so that could be a really wonderful start now that I'm looking at it. And see, I've actually got paratroopers right here. We tried to do a paratrooper invasion of North Africa, because again, due to the lack of naval capacity, unfortunately, I can't land troops anywhere. Like, I can fly them because we have a really powerful Air Force, a really large Air Force. You can just see by this list here that I've got a crap ton of airplanes. So airplanes are not exactly a limitation as far as it goes. Some other stuff that occurred in between these videos is I did stage coups in Vichy, France. The coup was pretty much unsuccessful. It did manage to take all this territory and kind of keep the Allies occupied a little bit in Africa, but it ultimately didn't change anything. They didn't have to put too much focus on it. I did the same thing with Italy, and it did free up the island of Sicily, which allowed me to march over, and now we pretty much, they're not part of our alliance. They're kind of just their own beast, but I'm perfectly fine with that because they're at war with the Allies, and now I can, the island of Palermo is, the island of Sicily is completely and utterly free, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm looking towards the conquests of Corsica and Sardinia, but again, the problem we mainly run into is we don't really have a way to get there. We could drop troops in, but as you see by the very large troop numbers there, that would not be the best idea. Now, these troops are all heavily affected by attrition and so on, but honestly, the only way we could really pull that off is if we took either Corsica up here, or we took this piece of Sardinia right here with the naval port, so we can get supplied. Because basically, even with the Allies' naval dominance, we can get enough supplies in that our troops will be able to continue fighting. Not as effectively as they would be able to fight in the mainland, but effectively nonetheless, and to do what we need them to do, essentially. Now, concerns start to come into play in the future of what we're going to do. Now that we're actually on the border of Russia here and we're pushing into the interior of Russia, attrition is going to start to become a serious problem. Already we face attrition problems just fighting in Austria-Hungary. Unfortunately, I don't have control of these territories, so I can't make them maxed out infrastructure like I would like them to be. As you can see, all my territories have been completely maxed out in infrastructure, and we have lots of radars and stuff like that assisting us, which, interestingly enough, Sweden actually decided to join the Central Powers. However, their relations with the Allies leaves them to not want to join the fight at all, as you can see here, which is interesting to say the least. But hypothetically, if you could kick out these other powers, then maybe they would join us. Ultimately, though, the odds are not really in our favor. So in the end, I don't think they would make too much of a difference, and they would probably just get taken over, creating another front that we have to defend. Truly, their navy would be kind of helpful. The Swedes have a quite large navy, 65 ships, over 5 fleets, as you can see there. It's about the same size as our navy, but honestly, anything could be of assistance at this point in time because, again, we are literally fighting endless hordes of Allied troops, and it's not exactly getting any easier. It has not gotten easy at all. It's still just as painful and awful as it was before, and it's very time consuming. That's kind of my biggest problem with this current play style, and I don't know where my jet fighters are going. I'm apparently producing a bunch of them, but I don't see them. Oh, here we go. Here's our jet attack bombers. Yeah, we got a bunch of jet, and there's a bunch of jet fighters. All right, cool. So we're actually going to create 1,000 of them, and we're going to fly them over the English Channel. And air superiority, who dares wins. And basically, we're going to consider the invasion of the UK here very soon. This is something that needs to be done as far as it goes, and if we can take even one of these coastal territories, then essentially we will be set for life again in the war against the Allies. If we can take out the UK, that is going to be the most powerful of the forces, aside from the UK or the US and the Republic of China. But if we could take out the UK, that's like taking out France. You know, we took out France, and that was a major hindrance in our fight. But if we take out the UK, that's an even bigger block. Like, look how much industry and how many divisions the British are able to array against us. And as you can see here, like, the Allies definitely have no shortage of troops, just looking all up and down the border and so on and so forth. So ultimately, I'm going to want them to die. But anywho, this has been Commissar Bro giving you guys an update as to where we are currently. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. This has been a very, very exhausting series, to say the least, because at this point in time, it's been going on for exactly 40 years. So it's convenient that this would be the 4th episode. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro, and I'll see you next time.